How's the weather in YouTube land? JinSwords back again with a post-narrated showdown battle here for you guys. Yeah, so this is an OU battle I had against a Yao Dog. He seemed like a pretty cool guy. I don't know. Battled him. Yeah, using my new team that I've been using. So, main threats I'm looking at his team are definitely that Tornadus, because I don't really... The only thing I have for Tornadus is really Rachi, but he does have Garchomp and Mienshao, both of which can handle Rachi, which means that I'm definitely going to have to play carefully. So, yeah, he's going to lead with Politoed. I'm just going to lead off with my Fortress just to get up some entry hazard. He's going to go for the Hypnosis, but I'm just going to leave my Fortress in. Not wanting to use it as Sleepwater because I do want to get my entry hazards up. I am going to stay in Fortress, and that Tornado surprises me with Heat Wave. But I do actually wake up to get my first layer Spikes. And I switch into Special Defensive Gyarados, thinking I could take a Hurricane, but I don't know how to take that well at all. It's surprising how much that damage does. So now I know I have to go into Rachi, and now I've seen 3 of his moves, all of which there's some kind of pseudo-resist Rain for Heat Wave, even though Rachi is weak to it. So he switches out into Ferrothorn. I'm just going to go for my Rocks as I go for Wish as he goes for Thunder Wave. This Thunder Wave will be annoying, but I do get the Wish off and be able to pass to Fortress, which is very influential as I do get to set up both this layer of Toxic Spikes and my second layer of Spikes as he goes for his own Stealth Rock and Leech Seed. Now I'm at the perfect HP where I know that I can Rapid Spin, and he might go for Gyro Ball, which will take me out before he can set up his Rocks again, which happened exactly the way I planned it to. So now I can scare him out with the Infernape. I am just going to go for the Flare Blitz, no reason not to. Even if it brings in this Politoed, it still does a little bit of damage. I do take some recoil, from Flare Blitz, recoil, and Life Orb. But then I was just going to take out the close comment there, but he surprises me with a Scald. And I was surprised. You can see in the chat, as he's scarfed with Scald. That just doesn't make sense to me. I go to my Gyarados, just go for the Roar. And, Roar Mountain Tornado. But I know this thing's a big threat, so I'm just going to go back right into Jirachi. And I thought I could take the Heat Wave relatively low, which I could. I could take about 26-27%. But he gets a crit here. And, that makes me... and then I play some mind games on him to try to get him to go for the Heat Wave again as I switch into Gyarados to get back some HP, which I do successfully. And I'm going to switch right back into Jirachi. Hopefully I can Life Orb stall this thing out. And so yeah, I have Rachi for this thing, and I'm just going to leave Rachi in to die because I don't want anything else to die from a Hurricane. And Jirachi was already at low health. Can't really take a hit from anything else on his team. So he's going to go into Starmie, and I'm going to go into Gengar. Scarf Gengar, good idea. And I tried to bluff the not Scarf by saying I was timid, asking whether he was modest or defensive. But yeah, I take out a Spinner, which is beautiful. And then he goes into Ferrothorn, goes for Gyro Ball on my Gyarados as I switch into it. Does nothing. And predicting him to go for the Thunder Wave, I do go for the Sub, which I predict perfectly. And he's going to go right into Garchomp as I go for the Roar, getting some more entry hazards damage as he gets back into Ferrothorn. But that Gyro Ball is still not going to break my Sub, so I'm just going to go for a Roar again as the Politoed comes in, and that just thing straight out dies to the entry hazard. He's going to go into Mienshao. Not really sure what he wants to do. I'm just going to go for the Roar anyways. He goes for the Fake Out, and I see that he's Life Orbed, so he can break. So he breaks my Sub with the Fake Out as he goes back out into Ferrothorn from the Roar. And he's just going to switch straight into Mienshao as I do go for the Sub here. And now predicting him actually go for Fake Out, I am going to go to Gengar. And who can obviously doesn't affect from the Fake Out. And I know I'll outspeed go for the Shadow Ball. And now from 55% HP, I thought Shadow Ball would kill this Garchomp, but it does not quite. But it does thankfully does bring him down to the range where Poison will take him out. And then he just forfeits there while I have my Gyarados and Dragonite while he had his Ferrothorn. And I don't really understand why he did that. Because he had, let's see, Leech Seed, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, and Gyro Ball. Whatever I would have gone into, I probably would have gone into gear. Actually, I probably would have gone on to Dragonite at first, and I mean, I couldn't have stalled him out that bad. My only attacking move between the two was Dragon Tail from Dragonite, and that would be hurting me as well, by a lot actually. And he did have the Gyro Ball, so I would not have forfeited there. I would have played it out, see how it would have been. It would have ended up as a PP stall between Gyarados and Ferrothorn, which I might have won, but it's possible that he could have won, because if he got a couple crits or something, I don't know, the Gyro Ball could have taken down Gyarados between Gyro Ball damage and substitute damage, and my lack of recovery outside of leftovers. So yeah, that was a good game. Good game, Yow Dog. And please press that like button. Really helps out a lot. Any comment, say I suck. I'm okay with that. And smash that subscribe button if you want to see more content. Yeah, I think that's it for me. So see y'all later, YouTube.